Today, we're going to be doing road versus off-road, bike versus car. And the thing is that normally you would expect me to be driving the car, but today we're doing something a bit different. I'm riding the bike. So today's route is the quest to get the perfect donut, and that is located up here. Now, the car and the bike are both going to start down here. The car will have to do a stretch on dirt for about 100 meters, and the bike will be immediately on dirt. The car will then take this long roundabout route here, but it will be doing 90 most of the time because this is a high-speed road. This bit through here is what the bike will take, and that will cut through all the bushes. It's a much shorter route, but it's going to be problematic. And it's been pouring down with rain for the last 2 days, so it's very, very wet. The bike will then proceed to go along this bit here, which will be a road section, but it's very low speed road at 30 k's an hour. It'll then go up through the bush here and then join up with the car to meet at the location of the world's greatest donut.
To rise to this challenge, I've brought a Yamaha WR250R. It's a dual sport bike, but it's really got an off-road bias. And it's perfect for this application because I'm spending most of my time on dirt here and a little bit of road to hop in between.
Of course, to match such a bike, we're going to need a ferocious car. So I brought along today the latest model Hyundai Santa Fe. And of course, we'll need a ferocious driver to match it too. So for that, I've brought along my grandfather.
The Santa Fe is pretty much the exact opposite of the WR. It's a road car, don't let the SUV looks fool you, that can do a little bit of off-road. And it's perfect for this because it's going to be spending most of its time on the road with a little bit of off-road at the start. But the real test of these two is what's faster from getting from A to B. Will it be the Hyundai or the Yamaha?
I'll put the lock on.
Yeah, put the lock on because otherwise it'll spin and it will cut the power and kill TC. Yeah, cool.
The Hyundai was struggling through the first off-road section, but very shortly it was on-road, and the race was on. Meanwhile, in the bush, I was putting some serious pace down the bike, and things were starting to get pretty intense in the car as well. The bike was doing exceptionally well, but the car was smashing it. It was already at the train line. And to make matters worse, I was out of the open section and into the tight stuff. Luckily, the car had roadwork to contend with. Me, on the other hand, I had no limits. I finally exited the bush and turned onto the road and headed for the slow section. But I was having problems of my own trying to work out how to use the blinkers.
Stupid speeding. Why like faster?
We were both about to run into serious problems. The car had heaps of traffic to contend with, and me, I had a few issues with grip. With me back up on my bike, the final sprint to the finish was on.
How many donuts have you had?
I thought I'd wait for the loser to arrive to buy
How long have you been here?
About 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Right.
So after all that, we get there, and the guy before us buys the very last chocolate donut. Oh, I cry. It's just not the same as chocolate.
So what are you going to do now? Just do some more.
I guess we buy a donut now.